Boom, this is the ultimate wireless microphone system. They really thought of everything when putting this system together. This is the Rode Wireless Pro, obviously a wireless microphone, but there's also onboard 32-bit recording. So this is sort of the ultimate wireless microphone system. It includes 2 wireless transmitters, each with built-in microphones right on them. So all you have to do is clip this, right to yourself or right to anywhere, and the microphone's built in. It'll transmit right to the receiver. Again, you can also record directly to these packs like I'm doing now with this one here, just recording to this. You don't even have to have a wireless connection to use the recording feature, which is really cool. That means you can just pop it right out of the pack, clip it on, hit the recording button, and start recording. There's also a feature that will auto record. So anytime you turn this on, it will just start recording. You can, of course, also record and transmit wirelessly and plug the receiver into either, say, a camera, so right into the 3.5 millimeter, or if your camera happens to have a USB-C port, you can use that as well. Plug it into your computer, plug it into your phone. Again, you'll capture high quality audio no matter how you want to use this. You'll use this for podcasting, use it for YouTube videos, use it for gaming. Imagine gaming, because usually when we're gaming, right, we're having microphones right in our face, which makes it kind of hard, makes it kind of difficult to see what's going on. Clip this right to your chest and then game without a microphone right in your face. You can also mute directly on each of these packs whenever you're transmitting. You can also, that feature I told you about recording, you can press a button to record individually on each of the packs. You can have the auto record, and you can also press a single button on the receiver to record on both simultaneously, which makes it awesome if you're wiring talent up with something. You say, hey, have you started recording? Hit the recording button. They don't know what they're doing. I can just hit one single button here, and it will start recording on both of them. And also being so small. Instead of using those big giant Sennheiser wireless, microphone packs, this is much easier to place on somebody, much easier to hide. Again, it has that 3.5 millimeter input, and it also comes with 2 high quality lavalier mics. So this comes with 2 of the Rode lavalier 2s, which cost like $109 each. You're getting both of those in this pack. You're getting 2 of them in this pack. So real quick, let's hear what a lavalier mic sounds. I'll just hook it up real quick. All right, so now I have one of the lavaliers attached to my hoodie there. You can hear what that sounds like, the included lavalier. Of course, you can use other 3.5 millimeter lavaliers with these packs as well. And it's not even just lavaliers. You can also plug in other like Rode VideoMics. Even if they take plug-in power, this will actually provide plug-in power to the microphone. So that opens up so many possibilities. If you need a microphone in a certain area, you can plug that little, microphone, a little shotgun style microphone into one of these, hide it in a plant, hide it somewhere else, and then pick up audio in a certain area where it may be hard for you to get with other types of microphones. So again, lavaliers, 2 lavaliers included with this microphone system. All right, so now we're back to the built-in microphone with the little furry thing on top of it to help with wind noises or plosives or anything like that. And those are included too, right? You're getting a bunch of these things included as well. Like I said, they thought of everything. You're getting the cables, you're getting the USB-C cables, you're even getting a USB-C to Lightning cable if you want to connect this to an older iPhone or something like that. But how does this sound? I mentioned using this with podcasting, gaming, and stuff like that. So how does this compare to something like the SM7B? So let's check that out real quick. Of course, whenever you're using this, you're probably not going to be holding it. You're going to have it attached. So let me attach it. And there are different ways to attach this. It has a built-in clip that you can just squeeze and open. There's also a magnet system included with this. You just slip it on the metal part over the plastic clip, and then you have magnets. So you can put that behind somebody's shirt or something and then clip it on real quick, but I'll connect this here. All right, so now the microphone is attached to my hoodie. I should probably use the magnets so I can have it upright. Right now, the microphone is facing over to the side, which you can do that. You can have it facing over to the side or down or however you want. If I had it clipped so it was facing up, then this is what it would sound like. So let's compare that real quick to the Shure SM7B. This is the Shure SM7B, obviously a much more close mic'd sound, a more broadcast sound that we all know, we all love. Great microphone, we all love this. But again, sometimes having a microphone in your face may not be ideal. So let's go back. All right, so now we are back to the, I should really use that magnet so I can clip it straight up. Back to the Rode Wireless Pro. You can hear the quality of the audio in this here, just from this tiny little wireless microphone system, or, you know, again, record directly to this little pack. You've got 32 gigs worth of recording, built-in recording here. Again, recording in 32-bit float, so we don't have to worry about things like clipping or even quiet audio. We can always adjust it, you know, however we need, up or down. You can even use the built-in software if your DAW or NLE doesn't work with 32-bit float files. You can just transform those to 24-bit PCM and even set the normalization or set the overall loudness level, so that way everything's pulled up and ready to go just how you want. So these here have about 7 hours of battery life, and they also come with a charging case. So if you look inside the charging case, you'll see 3 USB-C ports. You can just click these, you know, connect these directly inside the case. And the battery case itself holds a charge, and not just one charge, it holds over 2 full charges for the entire system. Again, all the accessories that you need are included, everything from your USB-C cables to your little fuzzy mic covers, to covers for your lavalier mics, to cables, 3.5 millimeter cables that you can plug right into your camera. And that's probably what most people will use this for, is right into a camera or even right into a phone. And some people may be asking, okay, well, like, how is the audio transmitted whenever you're using 2 of these different transmitters? And you do have some options. So one option would be what's called merged, and that's where, let's say you're using both of the different transmitters here, both of the mics, and you can transmit it merged, which means if it's going into, let's just say, your camera, it's going to merge both audio channels into one stereo file on your camera. Now, if you don't want that, if instead you want separate audio files, then you can switch it to split, and then it will have, on the left channel of your camera will be one transmitter, and the right channel will be another transmitter. So then you can just put that into your NLE or DAW, split that stereo track, and then you're free to edit each of those voice tracks or whatever it is you're recording, usually voice tracks with these. You can just split that and then edit them individually, apply whatever plugins, whatever effects you want, and have total control over your edit. The Rode Wireless Pro also features intelligent gain assist, which basically means it sets the gain for you and it makes it sound perfect all the time. So you do have a gain feature where you can set things custom if you wish. But if you just have that gain assist turned on, it will set the levels for you automatically and record that right with your, or transmit it, you know, to your receiver and into your camera. So that way you have perfect audio every single time without having to mess with the technicalities of setting gain or things like that. And again, when it comes to recording, we're recording in 32-bit float. So I don't need to set anything. I can pop this out of the pack, pop it right on my chest, and just hit record on this. I don't even have to use, again, I don't even have to use the wireless portion of this at all. I can just use this, record right to this 32-bit float. I don't have to set gain. I don't have to set anything because it's 32-bit float. Pop it on, hit record, do whatever I need to do, you know, turn that into 24-bit PCM, set it at, say, -14, -12, and then throw that into my DAW or NLE. Of course, I can also use the 32-bit files directly if I want to. So it really offers you so many options, so many features, no matter what you're doing. Again, I see more and more podcasts going to lavalier systems because I think people are getting tired of the SM7B. And also if you have guests on your podcast, a lot of time guests aren't very good with microphone placement, right? They're like, they're constantly backing away from the microphone. It's like, get closer, what are you doing? I can't get the audio. So what you can do instead is say, forget it, put the microphone away, slap this on their chest, and everything is going to be perfect now. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about anything at all. Just pop it right on their chest. And again, it's so much better than those big giant mic packs that you're often having to use, big giant Sennheiser packs. You know, this is much easier to hide into a pocket, to use double-sided tape or something to tape to somebody's back. Use the included lavalier or whatever lavalier you want and feed that, underneath their clothes. It's just so much easier to set up if you really want to hide a microphone. If you want to, again, add like a small shotgun mic to this that takes plug-in power, you can do that as well. Set it over somewhere on stage, use it for live uses. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do with this cool little system. And I am also, for the audio professional out there, you may be saying, can I monitor myself in real time? And the answer is yes, I'm monitoring myself in real time here. Now, most people aren't going to do that because they don't need to, but I have headphones plugged into the receiver right now, and I can hear myself in real time, even though we're completely wireless. So it's very fast wireless, and I am able to hear myself in real time without that weird delay that you usually get with wireless audio. So if that's a requirement, you can absolutely do that as well. You can hear yourself and monitor yourself in real time. If you're into gaming, podcasting, really anything in professional audio, if you're into making movies or TV shows or little skits for YouTube, really whatever you want, man. This is, like I said, I'm absolutely 100% impressed with this system. They thought of everything. They included everything all in one system. Capture premium, high quality, professional sound anywhere, anytime, no matter where you are. Oh, and by the way, something I don't personally use, but it can also do time code. So if you're into using time code for things, which I'm not because I use DaVinci Resolve, and DaVinci Resolve can match based on waveform. So I don't even deal with time code anymore because it's a pain. But if you want to use time code, guess what? You can also use time code with this system. It's like I said, man, they thought of everything with the system. It's such a high quality, great sounding system. I'm not using any effects or plugins or anything on any of the audio that you heard here. This is all captured with just this teeny tiny little microphone. Like I said, guys, I'm super impressed with the Rode Wireless Pro. So if you want to check this out, of course, we'll have links in the description below. I highly suggest that you check it out if you're into YouTube, making YouTube videos, creating other kinds of content, gaming. Again, really try this for gaming. It's super awesome to not have a freaking microphone in your face blocking your vision so you end up getting killed 50,000 times. Or even if you want to do a podcast, do it in a different way, perhaps. Try it with a wireless microphone so you're free to move about. It's really just a great overall system. One of the most complete, like I call it the ultimate wireless microphone system where you can also record. It just features everything all in one package. Like I said, I can't say enough good things about this whole system, and it's super awesome, super high quality, premium, professional, all those words and adjectives that you want to use. It really is super amazing. So go check this out for yourself. Again, I'll have links for it in the description below.